Well done. Just let everybody know what the code is. Quite handy having your phone linked up to the computer, isn't it? Nope. Phone number isn't registered yet. What the hell am I registered to then? Let's figure out how I'm registered now. Isn't it? Like you just start streaming and you think, oh yeah, it's gonna run smooth today. No, it is not 68253. Dyslexia does not help in this situation. Logged in. There we go. Okay, so I should be streaming now. That's good. I need to actually figure out what I'm doing. I'm a bit late in the stream today, so I'm sorry, guys. I need to go through my mid journey because I did get to like make some campsites and stuff like that, so I might want to look into what I had it originally made, just to see if there's anything else that I can do here. So many bloody things mid journeys. Let me have a look. I think today I'm going to focus on doing like some furniture because over the past couple of bits. I'm going to do the stone pickaxe because I did the stone hoe yesterday and the stone at night. But I think now I need to stop for a while whilst Jean-Luc figures out the implementation, because otherwise we're going to have conflicting data packs we can't submit together on the source control, so I'll get some weird things generated. This is a very long time ago. Okay. This should be where I'm at. I think this is kind of like what I wanted simulation built as well, kind of like renders and stuff like that, so it'd be cool if we could kind of like get something like that built for the game to try it out. But what am I looking at here? The audio is quite loud actually, isn't it? I don't know how loud it is. I'll just go to my channel. The audio is quite... That's better. Okay, cool. Yeah, so I did get some bits built. Obviously, like, I wanted to avoid the whole... What's the word that I'm looking for here? I wanted to avoid the whole American look. I wanted it to look more English, British, culturally. These are icons for houses. I don't need the icons. I can make the icons myself. I think I need to do a little bit of a write-up today as well. So I need to start writing up next steps. What the fuck is this? An animal pen. I mean, it'd be kind of cool. I don't need that. She's cute. I could do that. Maybe. I don't want to go too fast. Will you bog off? It's gonna be one of those days today. Give me 1 second. So I definitely think today I'm going to focus on the stone pickaxe because I want to do a little bit more modeling today. So stone pickaxe. So I've got the stone knife. I need to go to Marmoset and open that up actually. So. Okay. I'm as ready as I'm ever going to be. So let's get this going. Which there. Okay, right, let's just get going with it. So I need to line up all of the stuff that I've already done. So the stone axe, the knife, the hoe. No, I don't need any of that shit. Just let's get going first. We've got the axe. Where is the axe? There's the axe. So obviously, am I doing this world space? Let's do this world space. There we go. Perfect. And then obviously that's going to be a lot bigger if it's a world space. That is the, was that the hoe? Just make sure it's using that. Oh, the UV's not right for that. Oh. Where's that gone? They didn't scale up. Oh my god. Okay. There we go. Let's scale it all up together. There we go. That's better. Hoe. Okay, so we've got the hoe. We've got the stone axe, and then what else do I have? The knife. So I think next I need to kind of like maybe focus on yeah, that's the right way. That's about right. Yeah, about there. And then obviously the roughness needs to be okay, I'm just gonna apply it there. Here's albedo, ambient occlusion, roughness. It's a bit crazy rough. Is that right? That can't be right. That's way too rough. That's the roughness. No, that can't be. I'm just gonna invert it for now. Okay, so I've got the axe. I've got the. Where's the knife? World space, please. So the knife is a bit smaller. New textures, isn't it? So the albedo is there. Normal. Okay. So that's better in terms of roughness. Let me just get rid of the safe frame. So if I'll be right back. I've got a phone call I need to take. I swear the person on the phone just said love you. I said thank you, bye, and it was like, okay, love you, bye. Maybe near payday. Okay, right, where am I? I'm back. There's always like a massive delay in my YouTube stream. Okay, so I've got the stone axe, the stone knife, and the stone hose. Now I need the stone pickaxe. So I need to look at like a medieval pickaxe. I need like a stone pickaxe. This could work. Obviously it's bronze, but I think what I could get away with doing is like have the pickaxe and then just like use like a leather strap holding it together. It's very, very hard to find a stone pickaxe. I mean, I'm gonna have to kind of do it like this, aren't I? Really, just it's gonna look shit. I mean, like, how would you expect the stone pickaxe to look? Like, how is it gonna be durable? Is it gonna work? I mean, you know, you got certain stone pickaxes which do look better than others. This is where I still had Midjourney. Imagine a stone pickaxe. You don't pay for Midjourney anymore. I might subscribe. I'm gonna hide out of the way with you. It's not bad. It's actually got down in price. I'm not going to get it yet, but I am going to. Do you know what might work? In Midjourney, look in the server for a pickaxe. Pickaxe. I wonder if anybody's actually had a pickaxe generated. People have had pickaxes generated. Oh, some of these are quite sexy. Like cyberpunk pickaxes. They look fucking cool. They look really cool. So yeah, this is a little cheaty way. If you haven't got an account, or if you no longer subscribe, just go in the searches of Midjourney and have a look at the pickaxes there. I mean, I could probably be very, very specific here and put in stone pickaxe. I doubt people have searched for a stone pickaxe. Modern woman, which is breaking stones with a pickaxe. That's kind of cool. It's kind of cool. And also for the people watching, by the way, I don't condone. I don't condone AI. But I'm not against it either. Like for, you know, people who are small indie studios, like if it's gonna help them get a little further, it's gonna help them get a little further. But I don't agree with large studios. I don't agree with large studios using it. Let's just look for like a medieval pickaxe again, like a really nice pickaxe, and then I'm just gonna change the axe to stone. So, you know, if it's something really like unique or different, yeah, something like that, but just the stone instead. So, okay, let's go and have a look here. Just double check that I'm happy with this one. So again, I think if it's a stone pickaxe as well, then it's gonna be kind of like not going to be that detailed. Like, you know, the pickaxe, you got one side that's like more sharp, and then the other side which is quite flat. But I'm not going to do that for this because it's just not gonna. It's a stone pickaxe. Like, once I move on to like better versions, in fact, like 1800s axe, really, isn't it? It's a different wrong era. A trade axe. Yeah, see, so I'll do this kind of an axe next. So I'll do several different kind of axes. So, for example, this is going to be like a basic one, but then what I will do here is I will do like a medieval axe. And then I'll do like a better version, because what I want to do is I want to have like a rarity system, but I also want to have on top of the rarity system, there's a, oh, that's sexy. I could potentially do that. That is beautiful. So anyway, I'm kind of getting lost by the beauty of that. There's going to be like a system, so when you craft, there's a bonus chance, and the bonus chance gives you like a very rare item. So there's different stages of rarity, which I think you can see here in the data tables. So you have legendary, I can't even speak, junk, common, uncommon, rare, epic, and legendary. We can do additional ones as well, but I think for that, what I'm going to do is like I said, basic axe, and then I'll do like a ridiculously beautiful axe. Like, this is another type of axe. I'm kind of intrigued in how it sits on the handle. It's more about the wood grain as well going up. So do you know what I might do? Before I do that, I'm going to go into designer and potentially like make a wood. Because I do need to make my woods again. Let me just have a look in designer. I'm a bit all over the place today. I do apologize. Okay. So I want to make a wood. Quickest and easiest way to make wood. Wood base. Oh, I think it's like a Gaussian blur. No, not Gaussian blur, sorry. So you would use like a Perlin noise. Use like a Perlin noise or a Gaussian noise, right? And then what you do is you just take that and you scale it down, and then I think it's a directional blur or a directional warp. I'm not entirely sure. I'm gonna go to like 200. That's good. Like a directional warp. Again, like 200, 2000. So get that kind of like grain, but I don't want that grain as sharp. Like, I kind of like want that direction to go. If I use the transformation 2D and then I stretched it by 25, no. 200. Wrong way again. Let's go 400 here. And you see now, get that kind of wood effect going. So obviously that doesn't tile. Want to see. Suppose I could do it that way. Oh god, what is it? Why is my brain so blank? Anisotropic noise. So the anisotropic noise is like this. I think we can rotate it. Yeah. Okay, so then we want a directional warp, and the directional warp is with that, and then again 200 something. Yeah, okay. The kind of like what I want to do is to blur this. Maybe I could do a slope blur. It's been so long since I've used Designer. So slope blur it with itself and then blur that, and that should give me like closer edges. So you'll see there, nice. That'll be quite sharp, closer. And then maybe if I go to like 100 instead, it's getting there. Now obviously as well, like I could use a histogram range for this. I don't need it to be all very one color. Like I can have a different range, different set of colors. Where is this thing that I'm looking for? So yeah, so I mean, I can use a range, balance it out a bit, bring the range up and down. And really what I want to do here is I actually want to look for like a mahogany wood, just to get an idea of like how the mahogany wood is. So you've got like this kind of a shape here. Now I could use a gradient map, and I could actually use the gradient editor and pick the gradient. It's not gonna work there because, so I'm gonna, what I can do actually is on top replica, and then I can use the window of the mahogany, select the region, done. So if I move that out of the way, I've got that. So I can pick the gradient and then pick a bunch of colors around the wood. That's gonna give me this look here. So it's starting to already get closer. But I think yeah, the amount, bring it down, maybe go in a bit more. Gives it like an additional flavor. I kind of like that. But again, we don't have to do like a single directional warp. We can do another directional warp, and this time kind of like use like a directional blur, this one here, and go to like 200, which is gonna stretch it out, which is what I want, because I basically want this to be blurred in that direction. So now let's go to like 50. Maybe it's too blurry there. I can see the, so basically like here what it's doing, like you see as I turn the blur up, it's kind of like straightening out the lines a little. So I kind of like that. I kind of like that. It's frustrating because I want there to be more of that amount, like that, and less that way. Kind of want to stretch it a little. So obviously if I stretch it, it's still 150. I might lose the shape. Yeah, I don't want to lose the shape. Oh, ugly line. What does that seem? That was an ugly seam. So again, though, what I could do here is I could take the anisotropic filter and then just put that next to it, the anisotropic noise, and then blend it. Or I could try a height blend. Before I do the height blender, I could also try to use another slight blur grayscale here and then blur the wood noise, which is going to give me a different result here. Turn the samples up and the intensity down. So it's going to kind of like break it up a bit. There we go. So that's working a little better. Let's take the anisotropic. Let's try the height blend, see how the height blend looks. Ooh. See, now that works quite well. I do think it's still worth kind of like going into here and maybe blurring this a little. But where this is removing a bit of the grain, it kind of gives you this woody look. Let's go ahead and try that. Again, I did that wrong. I need to put that there and then that there. .05. I think also this could probably work over here. Like if I did the same thing over here on this anisotropic noise and then did that, it's going to give me this woody look. Where's the offset? That works quite well. But then it's... So if I invert the positions, how's it going to look? Yeah, see, this definitely looks like mahogany. But then, see, this is what I mean though, right? If we do this... let me blend it. Kind of like that. Okay. It just gives it that woody look, you know, the break in the wood. And again, like we could do directional blurs on this as well. I think it's the gradient dynamic, actually, that kind of... Is it? Maybe not. How's that going to look? Yeah, see, so if I took that, so if I like take a linear gradient here and I plug the linear gradient in, and then I obviously tile it. cannot remember how I did it before. Directional. I think what I want to do here though is like another 200, stretch it out that way. But then I also need to do make it tile. So obviously that's going to tile there. But obviously I need to figure out how to blend here, because it can't be darker, it's got to be, it can't be lighter, it's got to be darker. That's starting to look a little more stronger. Overlay it again, but just overlay the color. No. Yeah, I fixed that today. Well, I fixed it yesterday actually, so it's all working really good now. Cheers for that again, Milkshake. Otherwise, that would have been an absolute nightmare. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Still trying to get all of the stream set up properly. Really annoying wood at the moment. Right, so let's go for the normal. Kingdom's Tale is a fantasy game set in the 1800s. I still have to get the exact kind of like thing down for it, exactly what it is. In fact, you know what? I got the pitch deck. There we go. I'll show you real quick. Oh, that's good. That's good. I think I'll turn it down just in case. There we go. I can't hear myself think sometimes though when I talk. So yeah, so Kingdom's Tale, like this is the pitch deck, so it's a still work in progress. It's open to change. There's a lot that's going to be changing anyway on it. Oh god, give me 1 second, because that shouldn't be like that. Let me open a link. So I sent someone a link the other day because I don't want the actual slide. Or do I? I've not gone through this slide yet, so this is exciting for me. So it's in the wrong order, so I'm just gonna go for it. Like, so okay, so you can see how excited I'm getting. So I've been working on Kingdom's Tale for probably, I would say, 10-15 years, and it's not got anywhere. It's not major, it's not big, it's not anything like this. It's been a passion of mine and a hobby. I'm a game developer in the industry, and I've been in the industry for around 10 years and worked on multiple different games, but now I kind of like want to actually put my heart and soul into this game. So I've decided to kind of like go to town on it, flush it out a bit, start really working on it, while I've got some time off at the moment. So yeah, Kingdom's Tale is like, basically I was playing a game called Medieval Dynasty, and it was really kind of fun to play. You could run around and you could like cut down trees, farm, mine ores, mine different kind of like stones, and you could build settlements. But it was very basic and linear. Like you cut down a tree, you get the woods, you cut a stone, you get the stone, and then you build a house. There was not a lot of customization there. So after a while it gets a bit boring, it gets very repetitive. And my kids and I were playing it, and I really loved it. And I was like, do you know what would make this really good? If you had a lot of authenticity, a lot of different aesthetical looks, a lot more customization. So that's basically when I came up with like the idea to revamp Kingdom's Tale into this. Yeah, Western vibes is usually where we're going, but for this, I'm kind of like looking at like Tudor Victorian England times. So like you think of like Syndicate, it would look kind of like that. Or like what is it, 1883 or whatever it is. So yeah, it's set in the late 1800s, and it's based off, it's heavily inspired by a TV series called Poldark, where the guy basically comes home from the army, his dad's died, so he inherits his dad's estate, which is a mine shaft and his land, and it's basically left in shit. It's completely in tatters. And he has to kind of like get the mine open again, get the people in there working. But the exact same time, like his closest friend from childhood is now his mortal enemy. They absolutely despise each other. Well, actually, his enemy kind of like loves him in a weird way. Not like in that kind of way, but he loves him as a very close friend. But he's just so horrible to him over time that it turns into like this hatred. Anyway, less of that though. Yeah, more of this. So it's an adventure simulation open world survival game. Still trying to like flush it out. It's set in a fantasy world around the mid to late 1800s. I'm still working on the exact specific dates because I want to be able to have the ability to use guns, like very early stage, kind of like flintlocks and muskets. I want to be able to have that in there. It's not a PvP, it's more of a PvE, so you can hunt animals, but there will be a PvP aspect, PvE aspects that you're not hunting, but you will have like a bandit camp that will attack you, or you can attack them. So it's basically kind of like, I want to go down the route of anything as possible. Like the entire ocean is going to be like Sea of Thieves. You can sail from one island to another, one island, and go to big continents as well. You can find new materials on different lands. So when you start, you'll be in this area that's kind of like Tudor Victorian themed, but it doesn't mean that you can't go on a boat, sail far away, and then find somewhere that's Asian themed. So you could have maybe like a oriental look to the world, and that unlocks new abilities and new skills as well. So you start off your journey like creating a small campsite, and then you can recruit people into the campsite, and the more people that come into your campsite, it unlocks new roles and features for you. So over time, you can recruit someone who's a blacksmith. You unlock the ability to be able to have a blacksmith work for you and create items, so you can have like better swords, better daggers, better knives, better axes, better pickaxes, and over time you unlock that skill as well. So then you can start developing that skill and build yourself up. The more people that come into your settlement, the more you can expand your settlement, and once you've expanded to a certain point, it's no longer a campsite and it's more of a hamlet. So you have to build a church, you have to be able to have like sustainability, but it's all third person as well. Sailing won't be as in-depth as Sailwind, I assume. I'm thinking of keeping it as kind of simple as Sea of Thieves. You can kind of like, there will be random wind generated, and depending on how the wind is at that time, that's how it will be. So I'm going to take a drink because I've got really bad hay fever at the moment and I'm coughing like crazy. So yeah, once you start expanding your campsite into a hamlet, you recruit nearby villagers, similar to like medieval dynasty, where you'll go in somewhere and you'll say, hey, I've got a settlement, do you want to come and join it? And then you get the new skill set. Oh god, I'm so sorry about that. You get the new skill set, you can establish like a bigger trade. So the thing with Kingdom's Tale is like you can go from one region to another and you can harvest different types of trees. So the idea here is it's not about growing the hamlet, it's about growing everything around you. So you see here, you have a new skill set which will unlock more potential for your ever-growing kingdom. Once you've established, you begin your journey learning about the continent's stocks and markets by mining ores, farming goods, felling trees. You can pretty much, you could kidnap someone if you wanted. Raising and breeding animals, fishing, hunting, botany, and so much more. There's a really big skill tree. And the goal of the game is to expand and create it and enjoy the endless possibilities. You don't want to have that whole thing of like, I'm going to build a settlement and then it's just tedious. It's cut down a tree, get more wood, do this, do that. You want to enjoy the process and you want it to look authentic to you. And that's what I'm trying to achieve. So yeah, like I said here, you can achieve anything that you desire with goods, materials provided. So instead of the boring gold, here's a tree, let's cut it down. And we've got wood. We've got an extensive system. So basically, at the moment, there's 14 regions. And in those 14 regions, there are 14 different types of tree. So we've got mahogany, we've got teal, we've got teak, we've got oak. And each tree that you cut down gives you a different type of wood. And each wood looks different visually and it looks different aesthetically. So when you're building your settlement and you're building it in like this Tudor look, if I go into Miro real quick. So when you go and build your settlement, give me a second. Sorry for that. Kingdom's Tale. So when you're building your settlement, you're going to be able to build them in kind of like, if I can go to the references that I have. Also, there's like, here's the difference. This is a hamlet. It's a very small area with like a couple of houses and a church. And then you have like a village, and then you have a town, and then a city. So these are the style of houses that you're going to be able to build in the region that I'm working on. And this is what I want to focus on. So for example, like the wood that you see here, like if you cut down a different tree, it's going to look different visually. So you can paint the plaster and the woods are going to look different, but you can also have different durabilities of the wood as well. So, you know, with the thunder and lightning strikes and stuff like that, it will be either more or less durable in those storms. And again, like I said, I've done a bit of research into like a lot of different woods here. So we've got hardwoods, softwoods, manufactured woods. So these are the ones that you'll be able to collect, as well as deposits as well. So you've got copper, bronze, iron, silver, gold, platinum, antimony, bismuth, different kind of like it's yeah. So it's a style of building, be based in a region. So a good way of looking at it is when I was coming here to Kingdom's Tale, which really I do need to like, this is why I need to flush out this pitch deck, because I go all over the place where I'm just trying to explain everything and I don't know where to start, where to finish. Project. So if I go to project and game vision, nope, the world, sorry, and then continents and the myriad. So while I'm actually waiting, I'm going to open up myriad here so you can see the level. Okay, so this is myriad. Myriad's got 14 regions, and basically the way it works is Brackenshire. If you were to go to Brackenshire and you cut down the trees, and let's say Brackenshire's trees are oak trees, so all across the Brackenshire region it's oak. If you cut down the oak trees and then you go to a local market or a vendor and you try and sell those oak trees, they're not going to pay you a good price, because those oak trees are from that region. So what you would do is you would collect all of the oak trees from Brackenshire, and then you would potentially travel over to Fayside or Royston, Alexander, and you would sell the oak trees there, and that way you get more money. So it's all about trade routes, like I said, it's all third person as well. There's not that whole aspect. Am I breaking up? It looks a little choppy. I know that it's oh, it's open. So here we go. So I'm still redoing a lot of it at the moment. It's gonna load like really slow. I do apologize. Give me 1 second. I'm just trying to hope it loads. I haven't opened this level up for a while, to be honest with you, because I've been working on the assets and stuff. Okay. So let me just go to the outliner. Lighting. Cool. Thank you for the follow. Oh, you subscribe. Thank you for subscribing, dude. I went to clouds. I'm trying to get these clouds above. There we go. Okay, so I should be able to see it when you fly up. Ah, there we go. Yeah. So this is Roaston. Well, this is Myriad. This is the first continent. So I can actually turn my cloud coverage up to like 1.25. Here we go. So it's a very big continent. Obviously the sea is going to be infinite, so it's going to be like Sea of Thieves, infinite, and then when you come to these places, I was originally further ahead. I had all the textures in, I had everything in, but then I had to move the repo over to a new engine, and I lost it all, so I had to start again basically. But I had all of this area, had a town in it. There was a mine over here. There was a big area over here as well. Oh, okay, maybe I did. I'm sorry. Oh, it said you subscribed on YouTube. That's what it's fine. Okay, so yeah, so like I said, it's a very big place. I'm trying to find somewhere that's good to be able to showcase the scale. I jump in here. Here we go. So I still need to work on my man. You can see kind of like the scale here. So over the next couple of weeks, I will be working on like the procedurality and putting all the trees and the vegetation back in and trying to get the world all pretty again. But yeah, like I said, travel from one region to another, and that's how you're going to be able to make your money and build up your settlement. And the idea is to like build the kingdom as big as you can. So the progression skill trees, like you have animal husbandry, you have mining, you have soldiers, hunters, seamsters, traders, butchers, fishermen, fishermongers, everything here. Like you need this to build like your settlement and have it bigger and to be able to have people in it. And like I said, it's all third person. There's no RTS, there's no top down. It's not Manor Lord specifically, but it's kind of like a similar process. You're going to have all of these different people in. But in order to have a cook, you need to recruit a cook. You can't become a cook yourself. You have to recruit a cook, and then that will give you the ability to cook. So it's how you unlock your skills. So we have mechanics, mining. And then we have like base building. None of this is, it did work, but as you can see, this is an older version before we lost everything. So it's kind of like the base building process. It's like you'll put down a house and then it comes in a ghost shell. And then you build the foundation, then you build the exterior, kind of like supporting beams. Then you'll build the interior bits and you'll finalize it like this. This is kind of like the visual aesthetics that I want to go to. So if you look on the right, you can see kind of like the Tudor house. This is kind of like what I want this theme in this environment to look like. And then this is what the campsites I want to look like as well, to have a lot of aesthetic. So I want a lot of volumetrics in the scene, so it feels a little like Red Dead. And when you expand in your hamlets, this is what it's going to kind of look like. So again, when I create the world, I'm going to have the tree lines, the hedge lines, to kind of give you that English countryside look as much as possible. So there's 3 core genres I want to fill. That's adventure, base building, and simulation. So some of the feature lists are farming, mining, arborists, fishing, base building, horse riding, traversal, sea traversal. Players will be able to gather rocks, sticks, foods, plants, mines, or diamonds, fell trees, and collect different durable base woods on the tree types as well to build the settlement and expand it into a campsite, hamlet, a town, and then eventually a city as well. Players will face an ever-growing economy, gathering resources from nearby towns or regions, and they will affect the sale price of the resource as well. Traversing the seas is the player's best bet for gathering new resources and returning home. So for example, I'm not going to put bamboo in, but when I work on the second island or the second continent, I'll have bamboo there. So if you want bamboo, you will have to go to that continent to get the bamboo and then bring it back. And return home to receive the spoils of the adventure. But be warned, venturing too far too quickly will leave your settlement open to attack, leaving you a welcome home site from chaos, as well as having to repair all the damage. You also come under constant attack from wildlife and dangerous areas. So dangerous wildlife will attack your settlement. Bandit camps will attack your settlement as well. So I need to move that. The overview of progression. So again, here you can see kind of like the overlay of the world, and then you can see kind of like the map that we have here. So each region has its own resource. Myriad, the first continent, has got 14 resources, and there's multiple different resources. So I want to put like 300 hours of main story into this, and I know it sounds ridiculous, but I have a really cool guy who's going to be writing the story, so it's just a case of implementing it. And I need to change this to 300 hours of story, so side story and main story. I'm gonna skip because I don't want to go through everything, because it's very long. When the first stage starting, you start with a good amount of skills and resources to get the player going and familiar with the extensive features. So like when you first start playing it, you will start off where you come off the boat and you meet your auntie, and she's like, hey, how you doing? We need to upgrade our settlement. We need to do this thing, or we need to do that thing. So you go and do it, and then basically what happens is over time, you upgrade the settlement, and then you go away to sea again, and then you have a ship crash, and then you come back with nothing. So basically you play with something, and then we take it all away, and you've got to start from scratch. There's different difficulty levels for the player-based systems. So when you're hunting animals, like you need to be a certain level of experience before you can hunt specific animals, or you're just going to keep getting attacked and killed. So I think there's like 5 levels, which is like a beginner, intermediate, advanced, kind of like expert, and then a master. So there's like loads of different things. As extensive as we can make it, to be honest with you. So I'm just an environment artist, so when it comes to it for me, I can only do so much. Like I can't program, so I'm relying on trying to get a programmer in who can do that for me. But here, for example, is some of the resources that we have. So you've got, these are the different wood resources. So you can see here visually, like we've got oak, teak, and all these different kind of teal, mahogany, all the different woods here. So when you attach a wood to what you craft, that's going to give it the wood look. And then when you attach the ore to what you're crafting, that will give it the ore look. So you can craft mahogany and gold together. You can craft teal and bronze. They're the nuggets as well that you can use to smelt down into ore. So really, like, I want to go as in depth as possible with this. There you go. So this is some of the icons for the woods that I've made. So logging camp, sawmill, furniture workshop, mine, bloomery, smithy, and something else. Probably as in depth as I can go. It will start off like, have you ever seen Medieval Dynasty? Let me have a look here. So if I show you Medieval Dynasty, kind of like similar to like this in terms of like the camps and stuff. So you'd have like a building that you can convert into like a logging camp. But I want to have like additional attachments. So here, when you put a building down, you don't have like the additional stuff. Like you have to place all this. I want this to, like, if you have a logging camp, there's going to be stacks of logs at the side. The more that you collect and stuff like that. There will be a sawmill where you can take all of the logs and cut them down into planks. There is an artisan, I believe, in the skill tree. There's an artisan. So basically what you do is the artisan will do all of like, no, wait, that's not right. It should be a furniture builder. There's an architect. But yeah, you will have someone make furniture as well in shops, and you'll be able to make the furniture as well. I don't know what a bloomery is though. I've not heard of that one. I'm an idiot. Bloomery. Ooh, smelting. So yeah. Oh yeah, we'll go the whole, like, as much as I can do this, I want to do. I want it to be very in depth. So yeah, the problem is, so like I said, this has been a hobby and a passion of mine for a while. It's been something that I've been working on. Yeah. So there's going to be that, and like I said, if you look here on the mirror as well, there's deposits. I'm going to work on more deposits as well. So it's not just going to be a case of like gold, silver, copper. There's going to be a lot more metals that you can ore, and it just depends whether or not the metal is going to be good for you or useful. Yeah, like I said, Kingdom's Tale has been like, Facebook goes in the blacksmith, but okay, yeah. You know, Kingdom's Tale is kind of like, it's always been like a hobby and kind of like a passion of mine. Do you know what? Fuck it, I'm getting fired anyway. So, currently I'm the lead environment artist at Ubisoft in the UK. So I work at the Leamington studio, but I'm contracted out of both Leamington and Newcastle. And they basically came to me because I'm being a bit more public about the fact that I'm working on my game, and they suspended me 3 months ago. When they suspended me, I wasn't sure why I was suspended. I was like, oh, come on, what's going on? Like they said, if you come into the studio, it's going to cause physical stress or harm to someone, so you have to not come in. You can't log into anything. And I was like, oh shit, I've really done something wrong. And last week I found out that they were like, they pulled me into a meeting, and I was like, are you working on your own game? And I was like, yeah, of course I am. Like, when I started, I asked you to amend the IP clause in my contract that says anything you create we own, because I'm writing my own book and I'm working on my own game and I want to keep my own IP. And they was like, well, we can't find any records of that. And I was like, well, here's all my emails, here's everything else that I've got as evidence. Like, I have asked for this. Obviously the art manager changed, so the new art manager has no record of this. And I'm like, well, at the end of the day, like, I've got enough proof to prove that I've asked. I've not been kind of like secretive about it. I've not done any of this. I've been honest and open and integral the entire time that I've worked for you. And yeah, I had a disciplinary the other Monday where we spoke about it, and I got to kind of like fight my side, and they was like, we'll have a decision by the end of the week. So by tomorrow, I might be unemployed. So I think I'm going to put a lot more time into Kingdom's Tale. I'll be streaming it a lot more regularly, trying to like get all of the GDD done, get all of the features done. There's luckily for me, there was someone that I spoke to when I was doing some talks at a college. He's 19 and he wants to do programming, so he's kind of doing a little bit of programming at the moment. Oh, I wish they would fund it, man. This is kind of like what I'm trying to do at the moment. Is trying to get publishers. Publishers are interested, but they want to see a playable demo before they will fund it, basically. But this is kind of like, this is the engagement. What I want to do is I want to stream the entire development process. I want to stream it. Anybody else who's working on it, they can stream it as well. I'll have a Discord channel where everybody can jump into. They can see how all the developers chatting. They can, you know, come up with their own ideas. They can say, oh, it'd be really cool to have this feature, or that feature's a bit shit, can you try this instead? Oh yeah, well, I spoke to Dev17 and Devolver. So between those two, they were quite good. One of the guys there, Jordan Mays, he's really, really nice. He gave me a lot of feedback for the pitch deck. The other thing is I'm doing this on my own. Originally, I had a couple more people helping me out on it. So Andrew did a really good pass on the UI. Milos has been working on like the modularity system, but obviously with everything going on now, they've had to take a step back because obviously they work at Ubisoft too, and they just seem to be pricks at the moment. They're really, really trying to get rid of a lot of people. And then yeah, I have a couple of people who are like, yeah, we'll help you out, but they never have. So yeah, this is currently the process, is creating a playable demo that we can put out for people to play. People always seem like a solid dodgy publisher. Playway, I've never even heard of those, to be honest with you. I'm in the list. What list is that? Yeah, I really need to move this like pitch deck about and make it make more sense. I need to change that as well because it's Red Dead Online, not Red Dead Redemption 2. Oh, I'm on the list of people. Yeah. I wanted to be there too. Back when I was skinnier. I've even got like, this is how in depth I've gone. I've actually gone through all of my estimations to see how much it would cost to make the game, production costs. So obviously salaries have changed a bit now because of the cost of living crisis, so I'll have to readjust this, but like the entire hiring cost for the year would be 1,059,000. Yeah, it doesn't. Wait, there's a slow mode? Turn off. There we go. I've turned off the slow mode. Slow mode is off. Oh. Do you know what, dude? I'm just gonna make you a moderator because then you can just help me sort out all this shit, man. I need to figure out how to fucking do that. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to swear. There we go. Just use control option. I don't even know what I'm doing right now. Yeah. So yeah, so I've got here like the hiring costs, how much it would cost to hire somebody. I've also got oh, do you know what? That's actually, wait, no, for some reason in my chat on the stream, the only messages that are coming through are mine. That's weird. You see on the live chat there. Oh, no, they are there. Okay, cool. You can see how long it's been since I fucking ad back in 1 minute 30. Oh shit, there's ads as well. I'm gonna have to turn that off too. Oh, I shouldn't laugh, really, should I? Do you know what? At the end of the day, ads, I'm not gonna get any fucking money out of this, but if I do, it'll be helpful. Let me know when you're back. I'll carry on with this for a second. Or will I? I'll leave this open. So Substance Package is covered by Adobe now anyway. Welcome back. Back in 1 minute 30. Oh shit, there's ads as well. I'm gonna why is it? Yeah, so the similar games though, is the Forest, these, and Red Dead Redemption Online, not Red Dead Redemption 2. Streamlabs. So yeah, you'll see on my settings here on Streamlabs. I've literally got here stream delay enable 0 seconds, automatic reconnect 0 seconds. Low latency is just audio though, isn't it? I suppose the quality, yeah, I've got low latency on as well. And the thing is as well, if I do a speed test, like I've got 400 meg down, 350, 360 down. So I don't exactly, and 60 up, 70 up. I don't exactly have like a super slow internet. And when it comes to the computer as well, this PC. When it comes to the computer as well, why can't I open that? That's not gonna work because maybe it's because I got stream mode on. Where's AMD? There we go. That's because I'm not used to AMD. But you'll even see, like, if I open my AMD, I mean, yeah, I've got like a 580, but it's all up to date, and I've got like 8GB of RAM there. I've also got 48GB of RAM on my CPU, which is a random number, but I'm trying to get higher and higher. So I mean, I don't understand why there's such a delay. Maybe I need to go into Twitch and turn off a delay. Oh, okay, maybe I can. So it says here to disable low latency on your channel, head to your dashboard, click on the hamburger icon. See, this is where it sucks to have ADHD and autism. Oh, okay, maybe I can. So where's my dashboard? Create a dashboard. Okay. Okay, so click on a hamburger. Where's the hamburger icon? Started. The hell? Hamburger icon? Ah, okay. Okay, I see. Click on the hamburger icon and open the preferences in the drop down. Where's preferences? As long as you don't feel it's annoying, then I can carry on. It's just I don't want to have that whole the conversation and then there's like you're waiting for an answer. And open preferences. This is weird. I'm like looking at it here. Hit rate, subscribers, pre-roll. I'm not seeing the preferences though. Stream. In what sense? I've not actually seen Sailwind. Let me have a look at Sailwind.
Hello, Sim Gamers. We are starting off a new. So we're is trading, which boat is no longer in collision with the area. I know that need to. This isle up here is the.
Yeah, no, I don't know about that because like there's gonna be a lot of sea traversal, and one of the people that I'm talking to wants ship fights, so there's gonna be that kind of aspect as well of having fights battle each other, or at least that's kind of what I'm trying to do. Oh, there we go. This fights enable clips. Subscriber only. Clip moderators. Cool. Okay, so I think I fixed that, but I don't know now if I have to like restart the stream. I don't know how it works. I turned it on to low latency mode. Ship fights. So there's gonna. Yeah. Yeah, so there's gonna be it's more kind of like active combat, and well it's all of it really. I mean, so the idea is you would go to your mine, you would mine all of the mine shaft, and then you would take all of the ore into your horse cart. You'd have like a cart outside the Minecraft mine shaft. You fill up your horse cart, and then you can ride down to the nearest kind of like sailing village, and then you can put all of your ore onto the ship, and then you can get on the ship and you can sail somewhere else. Oh, refresh. Is it that quick and simple? Sailing village, and then you can put all of your ore onto the ship. Okay, it looks like there's definitely a little bit less of a delay. Life is feudal. It's feudal. This is the thing though, I've not played too many MMOs before. But it's going to be a grind to it. It's not just going to be a straightforward thing of like, oh, you've got a bit of ore, There we go. We're good to go. There's gonna be you need all of the bits that you need. You need to be able to traverse it. No, it's good. It's good because then I can look at those and see whether or not it's gonna work. If it's good, if it's not. Plus, also, it's good to be able to look at games that I haven't thought of to see if there's anything there that people enjoy that I could like implement into Kingdom's Tale. And I see when I had a look on your profile yesterday when you were chatting to me and you messaged me, and I saw that you play a lot of simulation games anyway. So I definitely want you on the roster to be able to try out Kingdom's Tale and see what you think of it. I'm also trying to stream this to TikTok. I have no idea if it's going good or bad. Okay. So yeah, like I said, like I've got the production costs here as well. So I've got like how much it would cost to make, but I also have kind of like if I did good sales, like I don't want to be like, yeah, Manor Lords, like how many sales? Manor Lords sales, 2 million copies, right? So like, what's that? Let's put that all on 0. I just sell it on the PC. 2 million copies. So Manor Lords would have made 59 million from their sales if they sold it for $29.99. And this is the thing, like, I don't want to go to publishers and be like, I'm gonna sell 2 million copies of this game. Like, I'd rather say, yeah, I'm gonna sell 25,000, maybe sort of 100,000 games, 2 million. And obviously you want to do it on multiple different platforms as well, and you want cross-platform. But then this is the kicker. So like, I'm looking for a partner at the moment because, like I said, I can only do art. I'm not a programmer. I need a programmer to be able to make this possible. So it'd be 50-50 split with my partner. It'd either be a 25-25 split, and then we keep 50% in the studio, and that's funding. So for example, that's what you would keep paying the staff with and stuff like that to keep working on the game. Because I don't want to be like a one-hit wonder, work on a game and then leave it. I want to be able to have you know, people working on the game and then creating new DLC, new packs, new stuff. I also want to release the DLCs for free. I don't want to charge any additional money. It's literally just to buy the game. If they want to pay like server fees, like we can have like either a patron or something, because obviously people at the moment are trying to boycott Ubisoft for closing down the crew. Like if people want to play to keep the servers open, I'll happily let them pay a bit towards keeping the servers open. I'm not going to be like, no, fuck it, I'm closing the servers down. But I want to, this is going to be my break, coming away from a AAA studio. It can be well, I'll tell you what, I'll charge £10 for the DLC, and then I will slash the price to free. It's not going to be an update. They're all going to be DLC, but it's all going to be additional content. Or yeah, it'll be AC, additional content, not downloadable. I don't know. This is the thing that I love mining as well. Like it. Let me see if I've got the video. Like when we first were going through Kingdom's Tale, it would have been Jacob, which is, give me a second. Goat looking good. Goat. I'm gonna, it should have been in the media channel really. Like this is where we should be putting the stuff that you'd look at. Yeah, it'll be moddable. There you go. So this is kind of like what I want the look of and feel of the game to be like. This is what it looked like previously as well. Like I was saying to you, like we had like all it was built a lot more. There was a lot more to it. There was a lot more going on. She was doing some really great work on that as well. She got a job now, so she's not working on this anymore, but she was doing this until she got a job. This is the mines. So you can kind of see here as well. In areas, other areas is going to be less industrial. That's the cities. The cities are going to look industrial, but if you were to go out into like the countryside, it'll be very open and nice and fresh. This is like the mine shafts. You go into the mine shaft, you can go down. And then yeah, you'd have like the deposit sitting in the wall, and then you could hit the deposits, and that's how you get it all out. So this is what I'm going to be working on next to kind of like get back in, is the mine shafts. I'm going to fly around the world and have different mine shafts in. So like I said, there was like a town here that we were building, and then the mine was over there. I'm also trying to find, so this is like the other area as well, where we had like a forest, and that was where the camp was. I'm trying to find the stuff though. Where is it? It shouldn't be too far. We actually had a miner video, you see. No, not that. Could have been from Mohammed. So he's looking at like Red Dead Online and trying to break it down as well into like metrics. This is the camp. No rules. Are you on about the roles? Yeah, I'm still trying to figure out how to sort all that out, mate. I've just kind of like had it here as something, but now that I want to actively do it, this is kind of like my next step is to like, sort everything out. But this is what we had. When I had it set up. Campfire. Rules. Hold on. Rules. Don't be a dick. I'll put some rules in later on. I'll also have to put some more channels in here as well, like because obviously the developer area is like you can look, but you can't type in any of these, hopefully. But yeah. Oh, I've lost where I was now. But yeah, I mean, you can look around as well and see kind of like what we were doing. This is an earlier on look at Kingdom's Tale before I had to pause it all and I lost it all. So we've got like really nice kind of like weather system, which the weather system's there now. I just need to get all this back in. No, I bet you do it now, dude. I'm really happy you're doing it now. I love the engagement. Thank you so much. It's helpful. And this is one of the things that like I can see that you're a gamer and you love MMOs and you like simulation games, and this is the thing, like this is what I'm trying to do it for, is to get people like yourself involved and feel part of the community. What I don't want to do is I don't want to make a game and then release it. I want to make a game with the community. I want to make a game with you and with everyone else, and then we release the game together. And you can say I helped with that. I gave ideas, I gave feedback. And when the credits roll, everybody who's been helping in the community will have their name in the credits as well. you know what? I've been working in the games industry for 10 years, and it wasn't until 2 years ago when I was working at Endreams. About 2.5, 3 years ago, I was working at Endreams, and we were working on Synapse, and we were talking about we wanted to make it a little roguelike. And that's when I found out about the word roguelike. I'd never heard of roguelike games before. It took me a long time to figure out what he was saying. So I was like, roguelike? What are you saying? And trying to Google it as well. It was a nightmare. What is this?
Basic campfire requires 5 wood and 3 stone. Okay, well, we definitely have 3 stone. Place those stones in. Well, that was more than 3 stone, wasn't it? So now we need wood. All right, cool. Let's go and gather ourselves some wood. I'm guessing that we're just gonna, at this point in time, pick it up off the ground. There we go. We've got some berries there. Let's see. Sapling harvest.
Minimap's really fucking cool. It's not working. I haven't implemented it. So this is our UI that Andrew made. You can see here like the minimap that he was working on for us, and the heads-up display and the health system. I'm not gonna find it here, am I? No, I'm gonna stop looking in a second. Yeah, but yeah, you can see kind of like the progression that we've done and where we started, where we are now. Everything, dude. Yeah, there's definitely gonna be Red Dead vibes to it. Cool. So yeah, it's definitely gonna be Red Dead vibes to it. I want it to look like Red Dead. I want it, you know, when you play, I'm assuming you play Red Dead. You know when you play Red Dead Online and you're running through Saint Denis, that's what I want my cities to feel like, aesthetically and atmospherically as well. I want people to run through the cities and be like, holy fucking shit, this looks amazing. You don't need a big money pot to do that. All you need is good artists, good developers, good time, and people who don't take the piss. I can say right now from experience, the game that I've been working on at Ubisoft, well, I don't get 712 hours in Red Dead. But yeah, what I like, the game that I've been working on at Ubisoft, like we've been working on this game for a long time. I've been here for 2 years, and it's definitely been another 5 years before I was here. And yeah, it's like we will have a meeting about what we're gonna do, and we're like, yeah, okay, let's do this, let's do this. But then we're just having the same meeting all year. Like it just gets dragged out so much, and it's just, and this is the thing with big studios, they put so much money into the games because people just take the piss with meetings. Like I am not gonna have my studio be that slow. Like I will have a meeting and we'll say, right, this is what our plan of action is, this is what we're gonna do. This is obviously like a first pass on the map. Eventually when I pay for Confluence as well, I'm gonna make this open to the public so they can look at everything as well, so they can see all of the, like the Kingdom's Tale, what the plan is, resources, base building. I've got a lot of stuff in here. I started working on a wiki as well, so I've got like the tools in the wiki. It's like for the stone tools, you've got all of this stuff here. So all of the stuff that we put in the wiki as well will get like transferred out, or that I put in the wiki. will get transferred out to the game eventually. So once I speak to other people and they're like, yeah, that's a good amount of stacks, like having 99 knives in a stack, then I'll put that all into the game as well. I'm still trying to figure out this axe though, because I want to do like a couple of axes, but I was going to do like a stone axe. So in fact, while you're here, this is a good question for you. Like, what type of stone tools would be interesting for you to play with if you were playing a survival simulation game? You start for nothing. You can make your own stone tools. So I have like stone knife, stone axe, stone hoe. I'm going to do a stone hammer. You know, this stuff doesn't take too long, actually. I could probably do the stone hammer in about 20 minutes to half an hour. Stone hammer. Stone hammer. Holy shit, that's actually a real fucking stone hammer. That's not even like a fake one. I am definitely doing that. Ooh, that looks cool as well. So it's all going to be used for the same purposes. Like, I suppose I could put in here the uses as well. So, use. That's a good point, actually. So I'll put in here. If I change this, put in here uses, and then let's go ahead and let's change the color. Let's make sure it's all bold. So the uses would probably be like, for a stone knife, it is to cut foliage, skin animals, small probably, maybe larger ones, but you're gonna struggle. So yeah, I could put it here. Oh yeah, there's also stone spear. Stone spear. There was the stone spear that Dean was talking about yesterday. So yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like, there's different uses for it as well. Like, I mean, there's one thing, you're not gonna have a stone sword, and this is the thing. Like, it'd be fucking awesome if you like had a fight with a stone sword. I might actually put a stone sword in there just because like that'll be an achievement. Like, so you think you'll win. Achievement will be so you think you'll win, and it's craft a stone sword. That'd be quite funny. There's one thing that I really want to put into this game though. Oh fuck me, where is it? Let me have a look on Facebook. I'll just move out of the way for a minute. There was one thing that I posted a while ago. It's what I really want to put into this game. So what I did for the stone knife was I kind of like sculpted it. So it was kind of like chips. So, you know, like when you get a knife at the stone and then you basically just keep hitting it with stone to get it smaller. That's kind of like what I did for the stone. I've done it for the rest of the stones too, actually. But even the... Okay. Hi, are you back? Yeah, that was a quick 30 seconds. Yeah. So these are the weapons that I've made so far. Let me just switch back to it. So these are the ones that I've textured. So I've got a stone hoe, a stone knife, and a stone axe. No. This is low resolution. You should see the high poly, dude. Like, if I open, let's say, let me see. See if I can load the high. So this is the low poly. This is the high poly. Let me show you. So you can see here, like, the wireframe is ridiculous there. That would be very taxing on the system. But as long as you know how to bake normal maps, basically every single... I don't want to do it there because it will break. Let me show you. So on my low, so if you look at the shape, each one of these lines, the blue lines, is called a normal, okay? So the way that the normal works is not only do the normals happen on the faces, but you can also get normals on the vertices as well. See here, so you've got these blue normals. Now basically what you do to make this work easier on the system is you bake the high poly, which is this. Let me move it over. So you bake the high poly, which has got a lot more topology. And you see here all the little white lines. So you bake all of the topology onto the low poly, which is the one on the right, and that is the game version. So the one on the right is 9,000 triangles. The one on the left is 4 million triangles. So that would be a lot more intensive on the system. But this is what you do to bake assets and to have it in the game looking realistic with a lot of detail, but being able to minimalize that detail. So for example, you see the rope here is literally just a 5-sided cylinder. So if I show you the rope and turn the normals off for a second, so you can see there's literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sides to this rope. Let me just go. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 5 sides to that rope. Whereas this one, obviously, it's a lot more detailed and it's a lot more in depth. So for this GPU or for the system to render all of these normals and the texture and everything else, it would be very expensive. So what we do is we make a high poly version and then we bake it onto a low poly, and then we end up with this. So if I turn the wireframe on, where are the wireframes? It's been a while since I've done that actually. So wireframe is in the render, I think. Retrace wireframe. So maybe it's not there. Main camera. There should be a wireframe. How to show wireframe marmoset. Click on the gear icon in the viewport. Ah, there we go. Wireframe. Yeah. So this is the wireframe, which is kind of like how everything is rendered. Now, obviously, I could spend a lot more time making the topology, which is all of the wireframe, a lot neater. But because of the way that I work, and because of the way that I texture, I don't need to pay too much attention to the actual topology as long as it's within the boundaries of the limits. So this would not actually cause a lot of hassle on the rendering system. It'd be really, really like easily rendered. You could probably render, I would say, 2 to maybe 4 million of these on the screen before you actually started to see a drop in frames. I'm gonna save this actually. Save as. And this is a material, so woods. Mahogany. Yeah. So like I said, if I actually open up my tool here. The knife, because I actually saved all of my tools as well, so the stone knife should be saved, so you should be able to zoom into it. There we go. Let me just make my document double. Yeah, I know. I'm gonna have to redraw. So if I go to document and then clear. There we go. So this is basically the high poly that I sculpted. I didn't need to worry about sculpting the rope. Oh yeah, definitely. Well, this is kind of like my specialty in the games industry is environment art and props and content. I actually lead the props team. So if I wouldn't be able to do this kind of detail, like I would be shit at my job. She's here as well. Like active points, I've got 2. Oh, I can actually. Okay, let's go here. Here we go. So I've got a bit more detail. So basically, what I can do is I can come in here with, let me see, this brush. Trim smooth border. Now, if I put a square alpha, I can actually start to cut out. So basically, like the way that you want to look at this is like you see this knife here as a bit of stone, and the way that I've got the brush here actually, so let me just get the brush. I also apologize for going all over the place. I have ADHD, so I do tend to often kind of like ramble on. There you go. And I'll flip about all over the place. But yeah, you can see here like how I can like literally just cut away. If I go to like something a little more sharp as well, and you'll see as I cut away, I can like really chip into it. True. I'm still learning, dude. Still learning. Yeah, this is kind of like, this is what I did at the beginning. So basically, I took the standard brush, and then I took the circle with a drag, and then you just drag these circles out. I subtracted it. So you drag these circles out, right? And what these circles represent is how you would hit the stone with a rock. So when you look at this stone, like if you look at like a real version of this stone, it's got like all those indents from where you're hitting it with a rock. So if I do stone knife, like a good stone knife, you see they've got these chips. That's where they just keep hitting it. Yeah, sorry. Oh, wicked. Fun fact, I actually I worked with a paleontology group a couple of years ago when I was working like a dinosaur game, and the paleontologists were talking about like some, I can't remember where it was over in America. It's a Mesozoic area that they were digging up, and they found these fossils, and I was like, they were sending me these fossils to scan. So what I was doing is like they had these fossils, I would photo scan them and make 3D models out of them and kind of replicate how they would look. And they sent me this scan, and I was like, this is a deciduous bark. And they were like, no, it's definitely not a deciduous bark. Like deciduous trees weren't a thing back in this period. And I was like, I will bet my life on it. This bark is a deciduous bark. This is not a coniferous bark, it's a deciduous bark. Couple of like weeks went by, and then I took the rest of the mold and created the full bark from it, and I was like, this is what it would have looked like. I did this really weird study, which is kind of like the light source of the sun and how strong the sun is, and what the weakest color of the spectrum was coming from the sun, because that's how the photosynthesis was working. And we came up with this idea that there were actually deciduous trees during that time period, but there was also grass as well. So we did this really cool discovery while I was working on the fossils for this game. It was called Dinosaur Battlegrounds. Nothing ever actually came of it, I don't think. There was a magazine though. They told me that like they put it in a magazine, like their discovery, but I can't even remember where it was. My wife absolutely loves archaeology as well. Anything historical, especially the digs they were doing in Puerto Rico on the inclined gradient hill thing. Okay, anyway, I'll stop nattering on about that. So I've got about half an hour until I need to go and pick my daughter up from school and then spend a bit of time with her. And I really want to get like this stone hammer done. I think it's cool, stone hammer, but I don't know about like the ropes. I kind of like this look. So that's 2 sticks. That would work really well. So you study archaeology, then I'd love to hear more about that. What got you into it? Oh, before you tell me, check this out. So this is, I was looking for this video. This is what I want to actually put in the game. Like I want to reword it. So basically, you're in a mine shaft, and there's a part that you can climb in the mine shaft to get up. And this is what I basically want to have as part of a quest.
Ladder's out of commission. Looks like you have to find another way.
The ladder's
Looks like
just
we're
on the
shit out of
ground. I
luck.
feel like I could just set it back up and then crawl up to you.
It's too heavy.
Okay, well,
Looks like you'll have to find some other way up.
you know what? I'll just mantle onto this and mantle onto the roof.
Nah, no shot. Looks like you have to find another way up.
But like, why can't I do that though?
Maybe there's a rope or something up here. I'll take a look around.
Yeah.
What?
Okay,
Sorry, I'm looking.
you're looking. Okay. I was just saying that I could probably jump onto here and then onto there.
Nope, far too high. You're gonna have to find something else, or I will. I'll be right back.
Okay, but wait. I've jumped like double this height in the game like many times.
Just look around. I don't know, look around. Okay, I don't
This
know.
doesn't really seem logical to me.
This is fun gameplay. People love looking around for an object.
I feel like I already found a thing that I could use to get up there. Is this trash
Wait,
can.
I found something. Look out. Use that to get up.
That is way smaller than my.
Here, I'll give you my hand.
Look at the height comparison.
No, shut up, you're wrong. Wait, I found something. Take this.
What?
Yep, that's secure. Hop on. Grab the rope. Come on up.
Really?
Okay.
Darn, looks like you'll have to find another way.
You didn't even try to hold that.
But yeah, I actually want to kind of like incorporate that into like a gameplay. It's just like I want to just take the piss and let the players have a laugh and a bit of fun, and I think that'd be a really cool way of doing it as well. It's just like oh no, it's not gonna work. You have to find another way and just keep pissing them off for a while, but having fun doing it. I kind of like this one, and it's not a concept either. It's just a hammer. Wait, so is that the entire plot behind the game then? Return to Maria's plot. Oh, it didn't get a good review. Lord of the Rings.
I love in this world. Released only on the Epic Games Store. And on console, it was only released on the PlayStation 5. Don't worry, Xbox plebs, you'll get your turn this year. So you're probably wondering, who are the brave developers to take on such a monumental task of making a Lord of the Rings survival game? That would of course
reminds me
be
of Black
Free
and
Range
White.
Games. You may recognise a few of their titles. I'll be honest, I didn't even know Abe's Odyssey was still going. Maybe that'll be my next review, question mark. It was also published by a more well-known game studio, North Beach Games. They've done titles such as 7 Days to Die and Stranded Deep. But I'm sure this title is in capable hands. I mean, let's be honest, it can't be any worse than Gollum. But anyway, that's enough of an intro. Let's go check out Return to Moria and if it's worth playing in 2024. Honestly, at this point, if a game doesn't have a character creation screen, then I automatically turn it off, refund it, and never play it again.
Oh, fuck. So
Now,
great,
obviously,
but
the
I mean,
character creation is
creation's
somewhat
great.
limited. You can't be a elf or a hobbit. You are simply a dwarf, and there's only one main aspect you have to worry about, and that's, of course, the length of your beard. A dwarf without a beard is truly criminal. Once you are done naming your dwarf, You can then select to play offline or play with friends, if you have any. The basic plot of the game, and to not give too much away, is that Gimli has called upon his fellow dwarves to come help him explore Moria once again. You may remember Moria from the first Lord of the Rings. Essentially, the Fellowship took a shortcut through this dwarven mine, which had actually been taken over by orcs, and had a hidden surprise in the basement. I haven't ended this game yet, but if I didn't see
I didn't realize it was so
I
loud.
would be pretty disappointed. Return to Moria takes place after the events of Return of the King, and it's set in the 4th
Is that
era.
better?
But there are callbacks to Fellowship of the Ring. So how do we get inside Moria, you might... As I said earlier, this is a survival game, so you will have to eat food so
It's
you
a
don't starve
survival
to death.
game?
Build a camp so you can craft more gear and actually go to sleep. You also have to go out and collect resources
Oh,
because
God.
after all, dwarves are known for being miners.
That's good, that's good.
Not those kind, for fuck's sake. When you are mining, you can actually sing for inspiration, which gives you a little boon, which helps you mine
I
a bit
like
quicker.
the idea of singing
And
for inspiration,
although
though.
some people might
Especially
see
if you're
this as
playing in a
gimmicky,
group of
I kinda
people.
like it. It adds to the environment, and it makes the game feel a bit more Lord of the Ringsy.
Right party puppy, that team mental's taking this one away.
Oh my god.
Wicked.
Yeah, I'm just gonna mute that for us.
You also get boons from admiring your pile of gold and creating hero statue monument things. And there is indeed enemies and bosses you'll have to defeat on your way when you try
I
to
would
escape
expect the
Moria.
gameplay to look better
The
than
world
this,
is
though.
procedurally
Like, I don't
generated,
feel the gameplay's
but
that
not
good,
to the full
especially the
effect that you
animation.
might see from Minecraft. And this is where the game becomes more like Grounded as opposed to Valheim. There are set zones with set items which you'll have to go and explore. You can't just skip to endgame, you have to follow through each biome, following the story as it
Wait, is
progresses.
that the music you
procedural
get?
generation comes into play in regards to the layout of the zones, although some assets are the same. Either way, I'm a fan of survival
right back,
games
1
with
second.
plot. I don't mind being dumped in the middle of nowhere and you make your own adventure, but games like Grounded and Subnautica, yes, they are survival games, but they also have an element of RPG, and it's this which motivates you to carry on playing so you don't just give up because you're done building your world. In regards to the progression in this game, it's pretty straightforward. You have to unlock new recipes, and to do that you need to go and repair these statues. Doing so will give you new tools and weapons you can craft, and these tools and weapons can be used to mine
And
higher
I'm
up
back.
material so that you can get better gear, better weapons, and naturally progress. Sadly, you can't just mine any wall and start digging in a particular direction.
The problem.
7
let's
fat
go
fucking dwarfs running around a fucking place with shit fucking combat, building shit bases on shit places, and if you try to do it yourself, it's all out of fucking alignment with shitty combat, shitty it's just shit.
He's out of line, but he's right.
That there was worth a buy given his honest review of Return to Moria, which, to be honest, is a rarity for this game. Simply put, a lot of influencers, air quotes, whatever you want to call them, content creators, got paid to play this game, and with that comes quite a lot of positive reviews without them actually truly giving any harsh criticism. So let me start with mine. I think early game, the tutorial stage, is just too slow and boring,
Still good
and
to
that's going
play.
to put a lot of people off. I think I complained for 4 hours because I couldn't figure out how to fast travel, and it wasn't until later on that I realised you could do it, but you had to have these gems which come later on in the game. Which meant up until this point, I was pretty pissed off that I had to keep running all the way back to my first camp, and then I just ended up moving my camp and abandoning the first place I actually settled in at. The early combat and AI is pretty terrible, to be honest. It's not until later on when the bosses and enemies start to get harder that you feel more challenged and that it's actually worth playing. Early on as well, when it comes
That's
to
what I would
cooking,
try and
you
do.
can craft food, but you can't take it with you. You have to eat it there and then. And it's not until later on when you create a oven that you learn how to make snacks which you can take with you. And it's worth noting.
See, that's a really fun fact. So one of the really cool things about this, I don't know if I could drop it here. I actually already have this system in place. So interactables, items. So if I put that item there, I hope it's called meat. I'm just gonna put in meat, see what happens. Oh. In fact, let me open up the data tables. The data table will have what it's called. Raw meat. Raw meat. Okay, so it was close enough. Raw meat. So if I change that to raw meat, let me just jump in the world. So if I pick this up, it goes in my inventory, and you can see there's a timer. Boils in 1 minute and 55 seconds. You see there's a timer here as well that goes down. So whenever you actually start crafting food in this game, there's a timer to when it spoils. There's also a storage container here which can slow down the spoiling process. So for example, you can actually have like a cool box, or in rivers you can put food in boxes and it will slow down the cooking, the raw process. I just love it. I love the details. I love the details in it. It's just yeah. But that's going to be part of the thing as well. So any kind of like things that you craft. So I've been looking at a crafting table. Let me have a look at the, because I haven't even done any of the assets for any of this yet. Let me just put that there. So I've done one crafting item at the moment, which is the stone knife. So you need stick, stone, and rope. Well, it says you don't, but you do need rope. Attempted to access. No, no. I'll fix that later on. But yeah, so you can like, there's different type of crafting. If you go into the data tables for the recipes, see these are like your crafting recipes. So you've got like craft, forge, or upgrade. So I think I will create a new recipe table called cook. So then there's a cookable section as well. So there'll be crafting recipes, there'll be cooking recipes, and there'll be forging and upgrading recipes. But this is like very early on. Like I said, once I start actually getting this stuff working properly, that's when I'll focus on that. So for example, right now I want to kind of like get the shape of this rock. And then I want that. Which that means this needs to be longer. There we go. So I think the way that these sticks are, they're kind of like this. So you got one stick here. I don't know if it wrapped all the way around. You could wrap it all the way around. Thanks for chatting, dude. Have fun. So you could wrap it all the way around. I'll rotate 180 degrees. And sort of like bring that over there. I'm not sure. I think it is, but if you look here, it looks like it kind of wraps around. Because that's what I thought. There was two sticks. And it's just kind of like tied onto it, which it could be. But what it could also be is like you wet a stick enough and then you bend it around, and then that's why it's tied here and here. So it's a hard one to Sticks go beyond the rock and are tightly tied together to keep the rock in place. Okay. I can live with that. Yeah, it needs to be thicker. It's looking a little bit too. Yeah, no, that's thank you. I'll actually add like a lot more detail to these when I get a chance to sculpt them anyway. So I have like the thing around it. No, I'm gonna keep them sharp. This is gonna be a lot of rope. I need to like get the music back on. I'll probably end up having to carry this on tomorrow. I also want to do like leather, or like, you know, just instead of, cause I'm not quite keen on the rope technique, but all the time, just a few times is cool. suppose like that could kind of work. I think also needs to kind of like snap, doesn't it, really? Like if I put the first piece like there. No, smooth. Yeah, I think that's another thing as well. Is it's gonna have to kind of like go around. Yeah, it's gonna go around, and then it's gonna have to go back in. Yeah, maybe 5,000's a bit too much. 2,000. This is probably where most of the geometry is gonna be the problem, is around this top part. I can just see it now. I think No, I think I could probably get away with that. Once I've scoped it, I could just like pull it around a bit. Because obviously, once I've done that, I'm gonna have to like weave it in there as well. It's gonna look really good. It'll take a while, but it will look good. Yeah. Save this. It's a hammer. Because if I turn the shadows on, it's probably going to crash. Yeah, for some reason it crashes when you turn the shadow on. Pain in the ass, this thing. I'm telling ya. Oh, I mean, even just say there's quite a lot actually. Try and get it down low a bit more. Okay, that's looking a bit better. Still a very lengthy process. Needs to look tight as well, so when I start weaving, it's there. One, two, three, four. So I'm not entirely sure how it's gonna pull and rotate. I want it to be quite relatively flat. It's gonna look like it's pulling on it. I suppose not. Yeah, plus I need to go up a bit as well again. A bit more than that, to be honest with you. The idea is like once I've got around it, yeah, I need to pull this one back a bit actually, so you can come back. And it's starting there, and then I'm gonna have to weave. I think like 1, 2, 3, maybe 3 weaves should be enough. The weaves aren't gonna take as long, I suppose. Pull you in a bit, let's get you a bit tighter. Perfect, that's very tight. Because then here, I suppose I'm gonna have to start kind of like getting it to go around it, aren't I? So I do think he is probably a good place to start weaving it down. I just don't know how it's gonna work. I need to like curve it as it comes around. So as it goes down, it needs to kind of like go down. Yeah, that could work. So then obviously let's go down, and then you're gonna go through, and you're gonna go down. I know. So then back down again, back in again. That's not a bad weave. that's going to be pulling it tight, so that makes sense that it's, you know, coming out. And then that one's going to come. And then, yeah, just straight under. So I'm going to need another subdivision there, aren't I? So then, yeah. Yeah, we can go on the inside here because it went on the outside there. So inside, let's pull you over there a bit. Let's pull you down there. Let's just get you a bit more straight. And obviously, like, I know that's there. What I could potentially do is nothing, because that's not gonna work. Why are you not? It's this side. Okay, so let's bring you closer. So you could control the flow. You see? Problem is though, like, controlling that flow is going to give me problems here. It just depends how it wraps around. Let's have a look. Let's just bring it in and see. So yeah, I think this one could go underneath. Not too bad. I wouldn't say it's too bad. My problem that I'm having at the moment is it's following a curve. So when the curve has z changes in the world's coordinates, the curve curves. So for example, if you look here, you can see now how flat it is against the rock. If I bring this up on the z, it's not doing it as much now. On the y, okay, it's the y. Anytime I change the y, the axle, the angle curves. So I end up with like this weird kind of look, and I don't want that. So I'm trying to keep it as smooth as possible. I can do it. Just gotta know when to use this Y and when to change it back. To be honest with you, that could probably go down a bit as well. See, the Z there changes it. No, Z goes up. Why is the inside of the sticks rounded? The inside? Where? Do you mean why are they quite cylindrical still? So basically they're cylindrical still because once I take this, like once I've weaved and got the shape, the silhouette, I then take it into ZBrush and then I will start sculpting it. So I will sculpt all of the undulation, the perforation, the displacement of the sticks, so they won't just be cylindrical anymore. They'll have a little bit more of a stick look to them. But this is basically called blocking out. So this stage right now, I'm just trying to block it out a bit touching the rock. Yeah, they will be. Yeah, when that when the final one's there, it will be quite flat. This is a pain in the ass, man, I'm telling you. No, it's fine. It's good to ask those questions anyway, because it could be something that I'm forgetting or I'm stupid. I did think of. Let's make sure that's in a bit. Actually, this is going to come up and come out a bit. Yeah. So then obviously as this goes up, weave goes over a bit. So that's inside, outside. The most annoying bit about this Orlo milkshake is literally when it comes to me texturing this. Like, I mean, look how big the knife is in my hand. Okay, so like you're gonna look at a similar kind of scale. So that knife in my hand, that's what it looks like. Yeah, it's not positioned yet, so don't worry about that. Like, Jean-Luc will position that, but that's literally what it looks like in my hand. And the hammer's going to be just a little bit bigger than that. So all this detail that I'm putting in right now is literally like, it's going to be quite far away from the camera. I mean, there is, you can go first person. Let me see how that looks. It's cut that off because of the inventory system. Yeah, the only thing he's holding right now, right, is probably he needs someone to teach him how to use it. Yeah, these are the three that are in at the moment. So I've got the hoe, the axe, and the knife. But like I said, the knife needs to be kind of repositioned, as does the hoe. But in terms of scale, it's so small, man. So all this detail, and yeah, it takes such a long time and a long process to get that detail in. This also is going to look a little loose as well until I've like tightened up a bit, but that's fine. It actually wouldn't let you ask that question then. But you don't lodge a hoe into your hip like that. No. This is part of the game. The moment you pull out this tool, you end up in hospital. It's a good butt scratcher. I wouldn't mind scratching my backside with that, or my butt. Butt scratcher. Butt scratcher. Hopefully you get the reference. If you don't, I'll be a little bit concerned. So probably gonna have to pull this in a little as well. Yeah. Let's just divide you there. Push that in. Yeah, so that one's going to go under, which means that I can push this out a little more. And then next one it will go over. Again, like you can see the angle changing. The Y is changing at this time, but it's randomly changing, like depends on the direction. So I need to bring this over here and then down to get that angle to change. go. That's a good little. I could probably pull that in more though. I mean, feels too far out for me, if I'm being honest. As I start pulling that in as well, I'm noticing that. What was that? Subdivided. Yeah, see, because this should be like tighter. Pulling it in a bit. Okay, so then that needs to go in tighter here as well, because obviously this is being pulled in. So this time we go on the outside. It's kind of pulled in. I don't want it to look too unrealistic. What have I done wrong here? Oh no. I could like do that as well. In, out. Shake it all about. Do the okey pokey. Can't do that. Can't do that. Can't do that. Stop trying to do it, you knob. I just got it 7 times. Okay, flipping out. This is just like I need to sculpt this so I can tighten it up and pinch it then. I need to stop worrying about the visuals of it right now. That's what I was doing. So that's in. That one goes out. In. It's this one here, right? So they're all going the same way. I could pull that out, push that in there, and then bring that back out again there, like that, and then just like weave it a little more. And then obviously this one's gonna go under, over. So yeah, that fixes that weaving issue. I reckon 1 or 2 more times around should be enough. It's getting there. Right, where's the curve? I would be shit at weaving. I'm literally just getting lost. In, out, out, out. Okay, out. Okay. You know, I really would be bad at weaving. It's a good job my life doesn't depend on it. This technically is my day job though, so I can't really quit it. I just need to figure out how to bloody weave this thing. Alright, that's a little better. Okay. Okay. No, come back out. I need you outside of the geometry. And then I need to make sure that it's snug, whatever the word is. Right. I'm gonna have to end the stream in about 5 minutes because I have to go get my little gal from school. I do apologize. But I'll either be on later or was it tomorrow? Friday. Yeah, I'll be streaming again tomorrow. Yeah, that should be behind it. So I've got to do that and then bring that out. Shoot in a bit. Need to come back out more, mate. Yeah, that's more like it. It's just gonna be a nightmare though because of this little angle here. I can't figure out. Okay, that way. Yeah, okay, so that one there. You can come out. Obviously, you need to go back in there. But you can come out here. And then, I suppose, what is it? Out and around. So I need to make sure. So yeah, I think one more. I probably could do it. Flipping out. At least, you know, I've got 2 more there. And then wrap it around there. It should be okay. Then I can bring that into ZBrush and sculpt it. And I can add that to the collection. But yeah, I'm going to stop the stream now because I need to go get my little girl from school. So I'll save this and then I will carry on.